your system.
Alright, welcome back to Entertainment's Paradise. It's your boy, Relly Ray. Y'all like my impression of Static Shock? Yeah, this is my best Static Shock outfit. Alright, so we got 3 things to talk about today. 1, the animated series of Static Shock that came out in the early 2000s. 2, DC fumbled the bag with Static Shock's character. And 3, Static Shock to DC Comics, DC Universe, is what Spider-Man is to Marvel Universe. But before you find out my arguments and my points, I'm gonna need you to do me a solid, and that's to subscribe to my YouTube page, hit that notification bells to get all notifications on my future videos. Go ahead and like it and share it with your auntie. Alright, don't share it with your auntie. Static Shock, the animated series, kind of veers from DC Comics. Virgil Hawkins, a young teenager, you know, kind of smart for somebody that is not supernaturally gifted in intelligence. Kind of nerdy, kind of wimpy. Spoiler. Lost his mom through the gang violence. Big Bang happens where there's this toxic gas that grants those that get exposed to it powers, or they get morphed into ugly creatures and monsters. Virgil Hawkins gets blessed with this electromagnetic powers, thus Static Shock is born. Animated series gets better and better each season. As far as the visuals, the graphics looks good. The theme song, Lil Romeo in his bag. Superhero Static Shock. Woo! I would play it, but you know, copyrights. I don't even know how all that shit works. But anyways, Static Shock I don't think grows with as a hero. As far as what he does, like I think his powers stay like the same. That's just my opinion from season 1 to season 4. He does some stuff, but I feel like he just grows as an individual and as a person, because that's what he's doing as a teenager. But as a superhero, I don't see much of, okay, maybe a bigger mass of that he's able to pick up, but there's nothing like, you know, if we compare it to like an anime or something of that nature where they level up. I don't see it leveling up. So that's one of my critiques. The other critique is love interest. Static Virgil Hawkins doesn't have a love interest. They hint at it, but there's no real strong love interest. The good points about it, it's very diverse. As a best friend, Richie Gear, that later on becomes Gear later on in the series. Bonus points, we see a lot of Justice League and Batman, and I think that was huge. Oh, and one of the biggest things is it tackles real issues. We see some racism in here. We see some bullying in here issues. And I feel like as far as the black community goes, this is a relatable show. Now, great segue for why DC has fumbled the bag. I know you guys seen Justice League. I know you guys seen that Ryan Reynolds Green Lantern. I grew up on a Black Lantern. And I just feel like that should have been incorporated in a Justice League movie instead of Cyborg. And I say that because I'm going to drop my Justice League review, so be on the lookout for that on the YouTube page as well. But Static Shock could have been that he could have been that superhero, and I still feel like he can for the black community. And not just the black community, just people that can relate to Static Shock. I mean, I know I can. I got the dreads. You feel what I'm saying? This is my best Static Shock outfit. I ain't got one, you know. Looking all handsome and snazzy, you know what I'm saying? But anyways, that's why I feel like DC has fumbled the bag with Static Shock, because he's so relatable, because he goes through real life issues. Superman is Superman, you know what I'm saying? He's not from here. Batman is rich. I know he lost parents. That's something that can be relatable too, but he's fucking rich. How many of you guys are fucking rich? I wish I was fucking rich. Don't quote me. And then freaking Aquaman. All of these people aren't relatable, but I feel like Static Shock is one of the most relatable characters. He comes from the slums, you know what I'm saying? He lost a parent, single father. And it's not all black stereotypes, so don't come for me with that bullshit. But I'm saying it's just relatable. He seems like more of a person. How many times are you going to say relatable? I don't know. To my argument, Static Shock is to DC as Spider-Man is to Marvel. Now, they're similar. Both teenagers, both nerdy. And then we have Spider-Man, who's lost somebody dear to him, his uncle. And then we have Virgil Hawkins, who lost his mother. Spider-Man is your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man, you know what I'm saying? And Static putting the shock to the block, you know what I'm saying? You know, it's a similar story to me. There's a similar story. There's a big event that happens. Spider-Man gets bit by the spider. The Big Bang happens with Static. And I just feel like they are connected. They are connected. I think those are the most relatable two from the separate universes. And you see how big Spider-Man is. So why isn't Static as big as Spider-Man? question for you. So that's my argument. I said this wasn't going to be a long video. If you have any argument, drop it in the comments, bro. That's what I'm here for. Talk to me.
Hope you enjoyed this video. Be sure to like, subscribe to my YouTube page, hit that notification bell for all my future videos, and of course follow me on Instagram and TikTok at Entertainment's Paradise.
Entertainment's Paradise.